Rainfall is hitting 2 to 3 inches per hour across the mid-Atlantic from Beryl's remnants tonight. A firenado has been confirmed in Southern California tonight, a rare tornado born from wildfire heat. The Ring of Fire severe weather pattern is locked in for 7 straight days across the U.S. 3 separate weather crises are running simultaneously right now, and none of them are letting up. If you live from the Gulf Coast to New England, the next 7 days demand your complete attention. Let's start with the mid-Atlantic flooding, and that firenado in California is something we cover very soon. Beryl's moisture has merged with a northern cold front, creating a massive rain machine over the Appalachians. 2 to 3 inches per hour, not per day, per hour, is soaking Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York. That rainfall rate overwhelms urban drainage. Instantly, streets become rivers and subway tunnels begin to flood. Flash flood emergencies are lighting up across the entire mid-Atlantic as Beryl's moisture is wrung out overhead. No joke, this is not typical afternoon flooding. It is sustained tropical rainfall on a densely populated region. Sandra is a retired librarian in Alexandria, Virginia. She says the streets near her home are already flooded. Sandra, if water has reached your street, do not walk or drive through it. Call for assistance instead. Turn around, don't drown. At 2 to 3 inches per hour, every low-lying road is a life-threatening trap. New York City subway riders, check your lines before traveling today because Beryl flooding is impacting service. Tomorrow, Beryl's remnants drift into New England. Boston and surrounding areas face serious urban flooding risk. New England roads will cut off before this system exits. Plan your travel around the flooding zones. Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York City, 2 to 3 inches per hour. Flooding in progress, stay off roads. Boston and New England, Beryl arrives tomorrow, bringing urban flooding risk and major traffic disruptions through Friday. Tell me your city in the comments if you are in the Mid-Atlantic or New England flooding zone. Streets flooding under 2 to 3 inches per hour carry enough force to completely sweep a moving vehicle. Now let's focus on today's tornado threat. This is the Central Plains story that demands your closest attention. Today has a level 2 risk covering Wichita, Tulsa, Amarillo, and all the way through Springfield, Missouri. A level 1 marginal risk covers Wyoming all the way to New York and Pennsylvania. Truly massive. 2 separate tornado risks exist today, a small Ohio Valley one and a serious Kansas-Oklahoma corridor. Heads up, Wichita, the tornado danger index in your area today is forecast to reach 5 and 6. That index, called STP, runs from 0 to 10, and above 5 puts you in violent tornado territory. STP of 5 to 6 near Wichita doesn't guarantee a tornado, but the conditions are fully primed. An EF2 tornado packs winds of 111 to 135 miles per hour, strong enough to demolish a well-built home completely. EF2 plus tornadoes are possible this afternoon if rotating storms, called supercells, can organize near Wichita. Main threat today is damaging straight-line winds of 55 to 70 miles per hour, primarily near Amarillo and Wichita. Today's hail threat is mostly pocket change size, but some storms could push up toward tennis ball. Storms are already active this morning and arrived near Wichita around noon, possibly becoming surface-based. And while Wichita watches the sky for tornadoes, that California firenado is still burning on the other coast. The severe weather risk escalates sharply from 4 to 5 p.m. today. Stay most alert at that window. Rotating supercells are expected between 3 and 6 p.m. just south of Wichita and heading toward Tulsa. At 6 p.m., the storm threat tracks toward Springfield, Missouri and Joplin with damaging winds and tornado risk. Frank is a retired teacher in Springfield, Illinois. He is watching a storm wall building to his southwest. Frank, your tornado window tonight is 6 to 10 p.m. Have your shelter plan ready long before then. By 7 to 8 p.m., storms push through Springfield and an Oklahoma City cluster could also develop. The Ring of Fire pattern is why the Central Plains keeps getting loaded with severe weather every day. From 9 to 10 p.m., storms still produce winds and hail with some tornado possibilities before winding down. Tornadoes near Wichita today could be rain-wrapped and invisible. Your only protection is keeping all alerts active. The Ohio Valley has a 2% tornado risk today from a possible isolated rogue storm spin-up. Being prepared before 3 p.m. today gives you options. Waiting until a tornado warning gives you none. Comment your city below, especially if you are in Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, or Arkansas today. Now let's look at Friday. The tornado threat stays elevated but shifts into the Ozarks and Ohio Valley. Friday has level 1 marginal risks over the Ohio Valley, the Ozarks, and back into the high plains. And while the plains faces tornadoes, Barrel's 2 to 3 inch per hour rain is still ongoing tonight. Friday's tornado danger index stays between 0 and 2. Isolated tornadoes are possible, but the risk is limited. Friday's main severe window runs from 1 p.m. through 8:30 p.m. across the Ozarks and Tennessee Valley. Rotating storms could fire as early as noon Friday near Cape Girardeau, Poplar Bluff, and Mountain Home. The tornado threat Friday from southern Missouri all the way toward Cincinnati deserves your full attention. A weak energy wave carries Friday's storm threat from Oklahoma City all the way to Billings. Montana. NOAA Weather Radio is your most reliable backup when cell towers go down or overload in severe weather. Now let's jump to Saturday. This is the day that has forecasters paying the closest attention. Saturday has a level 2 slight risk for the northern plains. The key question is storm mode. If rotating supercells develop Saturday with STP 4 to 5, significant to violent tornado potential exists. If a large organized storm line dominates Saturday instead, the risk shifts to massive straight-line damaging winds. Dale is a retired electrician in Toledo, Ohio. Tonight he has 3 separate weather stories to follow. Dale is watching the Mid-Atlantic flooding, the Wichita tornado threat, and that California fire-nado all at once. Dale, the Dakotas are in your radar this weekend too, with northern plains supercells targeting your Saturday. Near International Falls, Minnesota, on Saturday, hailstorms with 70 miles per hour gusts are in the forecast. Far northern North Dakota near Buffalo, rotating supercells could develop between 7 and 9 p.m. Saturday evening. Even Saskatchewan and Manitoba are being watched. Saturday, this system is powerful enough to cross into Canada. The Ohio Valley and East Coast Saturday face scattered downburst winds and hail. Very low tornado risk. Meanwhile, Beryl is still pushing 2 to 3 inches per hour into the mid-Atlantic and heading toward Boston. Sunday and Monday are the most important days of this entire stretch. Monday is the key outbreak day. Sunday is highly conditional. A low-pressure system may track into Canada, pushing the main action north. But any storm firing in the U.S. on Sunday faces an environment powerful enough for a major event. All of this fits the ring of fire pattern that is locked in for 7 straight days nationwide. Monday right now has the best chance of being the outbreak day. Minnesota, the Dakotas, and Nebraska. Earl is a retired rancher in western South Dakota. He knows what a dangerous sky looks like. Earl, the Dakotas are in the highest alert zone this weekend through Monday. Have your shelter plan ready. Monday could bring a large organized storm line or rotating supercells highest tornado threat in the upper tier. Significant wind, very large hail, and tornadoes are all on the table Monday for the upper Midwest. We are watching the low-pressure systems track very carefully. It determines Monday's outbreak potential. Monday's severe weather potential could impact both the northern plains and the upper Midwest simultaneously. Tuesday shifts the threat further east, scattered to numerous severe weather from Minneapolis toward Nebraska. Wednesday and Thursday bring stronger westerly winds and long lines of thunderstorms through the northern Midwest. The active weather pattern remains in place through at least the end of June and into early July. Good grief, a ring of fire. A 2 to 3 inch per hour flood event and a fire-nado all on the same night. The ring of fire works like this. A large southeast high pressure anchors in place and stays. Storm systems then ride along the edges of that high pressure, hitting the Midwest and Northeast repeatedly. Towns hit on Monday can face storms again on Wednesday. That is the ring of fire threat. 7 straight days of severe weather potential means this is an extended campaign, not a single isolated event. At peak, this ring of fire could produce a derecho, a fast-moving storm line hundreds of miles wide. The ring of fire does not pick favorites. It will impact tens of millions across an enormous area. Buckle up! This active pattern holds through the end of June and into the first week of July. From 2 to 3 inches per hour in the mid-Atlantic and 115-degree heat in the southeast simultaneously. Honest to goodness, this ring of fire makes late June 2026 one for the American weather books. Now let's address the southeast. The heat dome is clamped in place and not moving anytime soon. Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas face heat index values of 110 to 115 degrees again today and tomorrow. Sea moisture and this heat dome together create an all-day sauna the body cannot escape even at night. Overnight lows staying in the 70s and low 80s give the body zero recovery time from the heat. Margaret is a retired nurse in Lake Charles, Louisiana. She has been checking on elderly neighbors all morning. Margaret knows from years of nursing, heat stroke can develop in under 15 minutes at these temperatures. The heat stroke risk across Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas is genuinely at dangerous levels today and tomorrow. Check on every elderly family member you know. Do not assume they are handling this heat fine. If you work outdoors in Florida or Georgia, hydrate before you go outside, and again at every break. The heat dome holds through this weekend, limited storm relief for the southeast. No clear breaks visible. Plain and simple, this heat dome, combined with extreme humidity, is the most dangerous outdoor condition possible. Atlanta heat index 110 to 115 degrees. No overnight relief. Outdoor events tonight carry serious heat risk. Comment your city in the southeast below. Tell us how the heat dome is affecting your area today. Now let's address the wildfire crisis in the Southwest. A fire-nado was confirmed in Southern California tonight. A fire-nado is a fire tornado. Wildfire heat creates a rotating air column reaching 100 feet high. Desert Southwest surface temperatures are hitting 120 degrees. This extreme dry heat is what enables fire-nados. Red flag warnings remain active across California and Arizona. Dry lightning continues to ignite new wildfires daily. Thick orange smoke from these wildfires is visible on satellite imagery hundreds of miles from the fire zones. Anywhere under those smoke plumes, air quality is in the hazardous category. Limit all outdoor time today. Firefighters facing a fire-nado have essentially no tactical options at all. Evacuation is the only response. Los Angeles, Phoenix, and the desert Southwest, 120-degree surface temps. Red flag warnings. Fire-nado conditions active. The wildfire smoke drifting across the Southwest combines with the heat to create very dangerous outdoor air. Share this forecast with anyone in California or Arizona. The wildfire and heat combination is flat out dangerous. Let's run through the city-specific forecast, starting with today's tornado threat zone in the Central Plains. Wichita, you are in the bullseye today with STP 5 to 6 and EF 2+, tornadoes conditional this afternoon. Tulsa, your highest tornado window today is north and west of you, starting around 3 to 6 p.m. Springfield, Missouri, and Joplin, damaging winds and a tornado threat arrive around 6 p.m. tonight. Shelter ready. Oklahoma City, a storm cluster heads your way between 7 and 8 p.m. tonight with straight-line wind gust. Amarillo, your primary threat today is 55 to 70 miles per hour straight-line wind gust with some large hail possible. Sandra and Alexandria, if your flooding has not cleared by tonight, stay inside and off the roads entirely. Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York City, 2 to 3 inches per hour. Flooding in progress. Stay off roads. Boston and New England Beryl arrives tomorrow, bringing urban flooding and significant travel disruptions through Friday. Cape Girardeau, Poplar Bluff, Mountain Home. Friday tornado window runs from 1 p.m. through 8 p.m. your area. Cincinnati and Louisville, watch for the tornado threat from the Ozarks system tracking your way Friday evening. International Falls, Minnesota Saturday brings 70 miles per hour gusts plus significant hail from the Northern Plains setup. Far northern North Dakota near Buffalo, rotating supercells possible between 7 and 9 p.m. Saturday evening. Minneapolis, Duluth, and the Dakotas, Monday is your highest alert day with the best outbreak potential. Atlanta and Jacksonville heat index 110 to 115 degrees through today and tomorrow with no overnight relief. Y'all in the Florida Panhandle and Gulf Coast, that heat dome is flat out dangerous for anyone outdoors today. Kansas City, marginal risk today with isolated damaging winds and hail possible through this afternoon. If your city is not on this list, comment below and we will get you a specific update. Mark my words, every one of these cities faces a different version of the same dangerous week ahead. No two ways about it, 2026 is writing its own weather chapter and June leads the story. The next 10 days will test every community in the central and eastern U.S. in a serious way. Let's bring the whole picture together. 7 days among the most loaded forecast of this summer. Dale in Toledo says this is the wildest set of simultaneous weather stories he has ever seen. Barrel remnants, 2 to 3 inches per hour hitting mid-Atlantic right now. New England flooding arriving tomorrow. Central Plains tornado threat today, STP 5 to 6 near Wichita. E, F2 plus conditional. Window 3 to 10 p.m. Northern Plains Saturday, level 2, Dakotas. Nebraska Monday, the best outbreak day of the entire week. Fire NATO confirmed Southern California tonight, 120-degree surfaces. Red flag warnings, hazardous air quality. Heat dome, 110 to 115 degrees, southeast ring of fire, 7 straight days, a genuinely extraordinary stretch. Make sure all your weather alerts are active phone, NOAA radio, and television for every single day. For the Wichita tornado threat today, know your shelter location before 3 p.m. and keep every alert active. For mid-Atlantic flooding, turn around, don't drown applies tonight as strongly as any hurricane landfall day. Share this forecast with every family member in the tornado zone, flooding zone, or wildfire smoke area tonight. What part of this forecast affects you most today? Tell us your city in the comments below. Are you in the Wichita tornado zone? The mid-Atlantic flooding zone? The heat dome? Or the fire NATO smoke? We will push updates daily as the ring of fire develops. We will be here every single morning. Stay safe and stay weather aware. This ring of fire 7-day pattern demands your attention every single day. 7 straight days. Barrel 2 to 3 inches per hour. Fire NATO confirmed. Ring of fire locked and loaded.